Well, hello everybody. It's Sherry Joy Collier, and I'm coming to you from my art studio in East Tennessee. And today I have a video about a creative idea to use for gift tags for your Christmas gifts or your birthday gifts, any gifts really. And this is kind of a trick for people who like to paint. They can be painters of acrylic, using acrylics, watercolors, whatever kind of paints, art supplies you use. And for acrylic painters, I just use a plate and I put on my colors and I use them all up as best I can. And then there's usually leftover paint on my plate. So I will grab a piece of watercolor paper, which is this paper right here. It's a little bit thicker than regular paper. And I will just go to town using up my remaining paints, whatever colors I have. I'll just throw them down on these are smaller sheets of watercolor paper. And whatever happens, happens. They're very abstract. There's no thought. It's just to use up my paint, really. And I saw this great idea somewhere. I don't even remember where I saw it. I thought it was a great idea. So I'm going to show you how we can turn these crazy paintings that are leftover paint into gift tags. So I'm going to use this bottle because it's a nice round circle. And I'm going to come, let's pull it to right here. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my gold pen and I'm going to trace around. Actually, that gold pen's not showing up very well. Let me get a marker. I think that would show up a lot better. Okay, so I've got a gold marker that you can, by Pilot, that you can shake. And then actually, I might pull it over just a wee bit. Okay, let's do this right here. And then I'm just going to come around the bottle with my gold marker. And I will have something that we can cut out. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to cut this one out. When I'm done cutting all of these out, and I'm going to use a combination of circles and rectangles. So you've seen those rectangle tags that have kind of a point on them where you tie the string in. Okay, so here you go. This is first gift tag, and I'm just going to trim that little edge right there. Our very first gift tag. And then what you do is you take a single hole punch, just punch it, and then you can pick whatever color string you want, and you can write on the back to whoever the gift is for. And this is just a really inexpensive, creative way to throw a little creativity on your presents. It's even more useful if you think ahead to your to your Christmas wrapping paper. And if you know the color schemes in your Christmas wrapping paper, you could do complementary colors to that or something that kind of matches, but you don't have to. I actually really like to wrap presents sometimes in like a brown parchment type paper or a white paper. And then these gift tags would really stand out on that. So that would be the circle. Now I'm just going to go ahead and kind of grab my gold marker and I'm going to do a rectangle. So I'm just going to come in and just very loosely put in a triangle shape right here. And then I'm going to kind of pull it out and I'm going to do a rectangle all the way this way. Okay. And I know it's kind of rough, but you get the idea. And then you would just cut it out. And then once you have a shape that you like, you can use that shape over and over as your tracer. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what this one looks like real quick. and I'm trying to cut it kind of straight. Even though my gold pen wasn't straight. Okay, there is my rectangle. Excuse me, I have a cold today. And so you could put your one hole punch right here, and that would be another style of a tag. We could do a different triangle. Let's do another triangle. I'm gonna do, this time, I'm gonna slope the sides totally up, like this, down to there. And then our rectangle. So I'm just gonna come straight out like so. Okay. And, oh goodness, can't get the cap on. All right, let me show you this one. I think this one's gonna be really cute. And if you have a gift tag that is in this shape, left over from your last holiday, you could take that and trace it and make a really wonderful shaped gift tag. Okay, so let me show you what we got so far. And you could really do any shape you want. You could even do a heart shape. But see how kind of the abstract use of the leftover paint is just a real clever way. Now let me show you this one. So I'll keep going with this one later. Let me set it to the side. And this one I had paints, and I just took my brush and I just wiped it any old way. And I think that the best way to do a rectangle on this one would be to kind of get a bunch of colors. So let's do a rectangle. I'm going to use the edge up here, but I'm going to do a little bit of a fatter one. So I'm just going to come straight up, and let's do a nice peak and down. Okay, this one will have a totally different look. And you can use different colors for different holidays. So let's say you had leftover paint that was like a lot of pinks and reds. You could use that for Valentine's Day. A lot of greens and reds you could use for Christmas or whatever. But there's our another tag from this one. So I just wanted to show you this trick. And I thought I'd even quickly do I'm gonna cut this sheet right in half. And I'm gonna do just another idea that I had. I'm gonna show you how to paint something that's more intentional. So if you wanted to be more intentional, I'm gonna grab my cadmium red deep hue. I'm going to put it right here on this plate. I'm going to grab my white, put it on the plate, and then I'm going to grab, let's see, what other color do I want in there? I don't know, actually. I'm going to start just with those. Okay, so let me grab a paintbrush. Okay, here's a paintbrush. I'm going to go straight in to the red. And if I think about, like, if I want rectangle tags going this way, I think I'm going to do kind of almost a ombre. So I'm just going to paint straight across one row, if you will, of red paint. And I'm just going to dip just for a little bit of water just to make that glide a little bit more smoothly. Let's turn that brush around and see if we can't get those. It's a little different painting on watercolor paper with acrylics than it is on a canvas. So you have to be aware of that. You might have to use even more paint. Okay, so there's my first stripe. I'm gonna go in and grab some white, and I'm gonna mix it over here into the red. And then I'm gonna just touch a little bit of water. And I'm gonna come in and just lay that right over, kind of like we're just going a little bit more of a medium shade, middle shade. And I have to dip my brush in again. Okay, so you can see we're just kind of going over another stripe here. Then I'm going to go straight into, well, not straight. I'm going to grab a lot of white this time and really mix. Let's see, can you see this? Hopefully you can. And really mix that in so that it's a really light shade of pink. And we'll just come right in here, lay it down. So it's just going to be probably a wonderful Valentine's Day gift card. And I could stop there, or if I wanted to keep going lighter and lighter and lighter, I could. I think I'll just keep doing that. Let's just keep going lighter and lighter. See what we come up with. So we'll just do another row that's even lighter, somewhat lighter. And let's go in for even more white into that and just bring more white, just to lighten it up just a little bit more even. Okay, there. That's a nice light shade. And I might as well keep going. I might as well use what I've got on my plate and not waste it. So I'm just gonna add more white and a little water. And we'll come down and do that didn't get much lighter, did it? Nope, it didn't. So I have to add a little bit more white to my plate because I am out. You'll go through white very quickly as an acrylics painter. So let's really get some more white going in here. Really lighten that up. Okay, let's see what that does. Yeah, that's lighter. So I'll stop there for now, and you could see that we could make nice big tags and they would just have that nice ombre. I think I'm gonna start over again. Let's start over again. Since I've got the red paint still on my plate, and if it streaks in, that's okay. Maybe my next batch of tags will be a little bit more streaky. That'd be kind of fun. Just a streaky kind of look. Let's get some white on here. And then we can blend that white upwards into the red. Just leave a little bit of red at the tippy top. Okay, and we'll come in and we'll polish off this white down here. It's a really pretty pink. And I'm kind of just wanting to keep going with this. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this whole sheet of paper because I just had another idea. All right, so let's get that stripe kind of straightened out there. So I had another idea. I want to take the remaining white here and I want to come straight across and lighten that up at the top here. Then I'm going to come back into my red, my white down here, and just make sure I've got all my paper completely covered. And I'm just using my brush going this direction just to get those little white spots covered up. But I am going to go back into my red and then pull a stripe across. Well, there wasn't enough red left on my plate to get that red stripe at the bottom, but that's okay. I think it still looks really cool. And so what you could do is let this dry. You could actually cut your tags out. You could do circles, you could do rectangles, you could do whatever you want. And then on like this background right here, if you wanted, You could stamp flowers on it or hearts, or you could draw them in. You could do anything like that and then cut it out into whatever shape. So this is just a fun idea. And I'll show you our gift tags again. Let's turn this over so you have a white background. Look at all these beautiful little gift tags that can come from something so simple. And it's so much fun because you're just not even really thinking about what you're doing. You're just using up your old paint. It's a great way to use your old paint. And I hope you enjoy it and have fun with it if you try it. Comment below, tell me how it went, and tell me what your favorite shape was. Alrighty, have a great day, everybody. Sherry Joy Collier signing out.